Flosstube friends, it's time for another episode. Hi everybody and welcome to another Fun Friday Flosstube weekly update, except it's been 3 weeks. All right. With me, I am Annie, Joy-Filled Stitcher, both here on YouTube and over on Instagram. And yes, it has been 3 weeks since my last Flosstube, and what a 3 weeks it has been. That's all I can say about that. So thank you so much for joining me. It is Friday, March the 18th, and this is Flosstube number 135. And I used to be able to judge how long I've been on Flosstube because my number of episodes added up to the number of weeks that I had done. Well, I'm going to get to year 3, which is going to be in the middle of May, about 8 weeks from now. And I am not going to be at 156. But that is how 2021, late 2021, and 2022 has gone for me. So for those of you who might be new here, welcome. Like I said, I am Annie. I am a born and raised Texas gal. I'm not a gal. I'm 41. And I have an awesome husband who supports all my hobbies because I support his hobbies. And a fantastic 10-year-old daughter. She is affectionately named Joy-Filled Little One on here. And I have a dog, Potter, who is snoring right now. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but yes, my dog is snoring. And then my other puppers, Luna, who made an appearance at the end of my last video, she is outside because she's like the goddess of the sun. And when it's sunny, she's laying out in the yard like the queen. And I love it. That's so awesome. So she may make an appearance. She might not. I don't know. So we're in the same spot we were in last time, and that has a lot to do with the fact that I am revamping a bunch of stuff in my bedroom. So things are all out of whack, and hope to be back filming in there soon. So yeah. So I had to take a brief pause. We're dealing with some flight stuff with our Disney stuff. But anyway, if you are returning, thanks so much for joining me again. I know it has been 3 weeks since my last video. Seriously, those 3 weeks have flown by. So let's start with our hugs. We do virtual hugs here on this channel. After we do some virtual hugs, we will be showing a ton of projects that I've worked on. Some starts, some finishes, some progress, and then I've got some Joy-Filled stash acquisitions. I don't even know what I was just saying, but basically got some stash, and then we'll do some life update thrown in between. So let's do some hugs. So come in for some hugs. We got hugs. We could do one, and hug ourselves. So 1, we do 2, and then we hug ourselves. So yeah, I am in a filming of the videos sort of a thing because in the past month or so, I had several companies that I actually really like reach out to me and offer to send me something of theirs to kind of like review, to give my impression on. And I'm like, why do you want my impression? But hey, I'm totally fine with that. So the first of which is the Mollie Ollie Tote, craft tote, diaper tote. And so I filmed a separate video on that will also be coming up fairly soon. I also am filming one on the BenQ Reading Lamp, or the kind of like a daylight lamp by the BenQ brand. Love it. I originally had seen Jan Hicks do her review, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then when they reached out to me, I was like, you sure you got the right person? But so far, adore it. So cool. 100% worth it. Love it. And then the other one is I got some glasses from a brand called Zinff, Z-I-N-F-F. And so this is one pair that I got, and I love them. And I love the like ombre. They ship super fast. They're high quality, like good high indexed lenses. And so I have some info in the description box. I also got a pair of sunglasses, but they're in my car. And I totally neglected to bring them, but they're awesome. They're kind of like this color, like leopardy. So cute. And then this pair has a clip-on sunglasses part. So I love that. And I think these are probably going to Disney with me because that will be awesome to have these. And then I can just flip on the sunglasses part. And then when I go to an inside ride, I can take this part. So I don't have to have separate glasses, sunglasses, glasses, sunglasses. So super awesome. I'll put all the details down below for them. I am going to switch back into the ones y'all know me for. Because I don't want anything to happen to these because I need them to last through Disney. We leave like on the 29th, I think, which is so soon. I'm so excited. So yeah, let's get into showing some cross stitch here. Are we ready? So I have a ton to show, but it's going to be awesome. So the first project that I've worked on, and this is one of my whip goes for this month, for March, is Long Dog Samplers High and Dry. I love this. And I think it came out in 2021. I'm fairly certain I bought it right when it came out because I loved it so much. There's a lot of reasons why I love it, but the sheer amount of crowns that are in this, I feel like it's kind of an homage to Noah's Ark. I know it's not, but that's what I'm thinking because you've got the boat and 2x2. You've got all the twos of everything, including unicorns. And then I love that you've got like crabs down here with people. So either these are tiny, tiny, tiny people or gigantic monstrous crabs. Take it what you will. But then you've also got like deer down here where the crabs are. So it's just very interesting. And then you got these like floral motifs. I just think it's so cool. So yeah, I am stitching this on 16 count Aida from Color and Cotton in the color Blush. And I'm stitching it with DMC 3865, which is your winter white. So the last time I had this and showed it, I had finished page 1. So page 1 finished kind of right where this elephant's rear is. So I'm starting it on page 2, which is right here, which is the unicorns. So I have the beginnings of the unicorn horn and this bird. And then I pulled the border across and then this incredible crown. The majority of it is back stitch. It's not great up close. Well, it's pretty good up close, but it's not as good as it could be up close. But from afar, it looks seriously so cool. So, love this. It does have some more time to make my whip go goal for this month, which I think is 10 days. So I think I have something like 7 days left on it. Its birthday's coming up soon as well. So it's possible that I won't actually do all the days, knowing that it's got one more day before the end of the year. All right, so next up, I worked on this piece because the new part came out and I'm not caught up. And this is the current Caterpillar cross stitch along, and it's called Garden Grow. And so you can follow progress on Caterpillar cross stitch on Instagram. You can also look up the hashtag Garden Grow Sal, S-A-L, to see the progress. So I have been working on this a bit. This was the first release. I have not printed out the second release, but the first release was this tomato plant in the watering can, the mushrooms, and the pumpkins. And then the second release included the gnome, Norman the gnome, and then some of the detailing up here. So I am plugging along. I chose the 16 count fabric option, which is gorgeous. The colors just pop on it. So I'm still working on, the mushrooms are done. I'm still working on the pumpkins, the line of pumpkins. And then here's the Needleminder that also comes from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I have mentioned many a times just how much I adore theirs. So this is off of Q-Snap for right this minute, just because I have so many other things on Q-Snaps. But this will definitely be getting some more work before the month is over. I'm feeling very like, let's stitch on floral-y things right now, or other fun things. So I've had some starts and some finishes, and this one was actually a start and a finish so far this month. And this is actually one that I am using for the March prompt in the Cross Stitcher and Daily 30 Groups Ornament Challenge this year. So every month there's a different like theme your ornament needs to fit. And the goal is to finish, not fully finish, but finish the ornament by the end of the month. So the one that I chose is actually this little one right here. It's by Doreen Jones, and it was in the Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornament issue 2019. And it's finished into a pendibule, I'm not sure if that's correct or not. And the fabric is a 16 count mystery like grab bag piece from Color and Cotton. The back stitch totally makes this piece. So this is how it turned out. I love the little whimsical face on the deer. I love the colors in it. So fun. So yeah, I was so excited to get this one finished. I've already posted my finish to get credit or something. And I was happy to have that as a finish this month. So that was yay, it's finished. This is a piece that I actually think I might be going to UFO. Not that I don't love it, it's just not calling to me. So it may just be a timeout piece. But this is from Ink Circles. It was their Patreon exclusive August 2020. And it's called 4-Fold Bounty. So it's a really pretty design with greens and golds. And I started it last year as part of my March matchup. And it was not chosen to move on even past the first round. So it doesn't have a whole lot of progress on it. And this is on some, I think just a grab bag piece of Ada. And this is what I have so far. I mean, it's so pretty, but I'm just not feeling it right now. So I don't know. I may salvage the fabric. It's not a very big piece, but I may go and pull some out. I don't know. I hate to see this piece go to waste. So we'll see. I'm not sure. It's going to kind of go in my, like, I need to think about this piece. And I'm constantly evaluating, and that is why I stitch on everything on its birthday, is so that I can go, okay, am I still loving this? Am I not loving this? What's the deal? All right, this one is a finish. And my dog, the new one, got a hold of the piece of paper, so it got a little ripped. But this is from Ink Circles again. This is her Patreon exclusive from December 2020. I also did this one last year as part of March matchup. And I did all Ink Circles. All 8 projects were Ink Circles. Some were already started, some were new starts. This was a new start. My largest part of my genealogy, I believe, I'm waiting on my ancestry DNA, is Danish, based on my own research. So I love this. I love just that simple look of it. And I finished it. Yay! And it's on a piece of 14 count Ada from Color and Cotton. It was just a grab bag piece. And I think it turned out so nice. And I stitched it in DMC Blanc. Yeah, is that right? Yeah, DMC Blanc. And then my red is a beautiful red from Mystical Diamond Art in the colorway Scarlet. And I think Amy has come out and said she's going to start sending out her clubs again. So if you are wanting to get in on her beautiful flosses, I think those are going to be starting soon, I think. So check it out, Mystical Diamond Art. So yeah, that was another finish. So yay for finishes in March. Yay. This was another finish. And this was another 2021 March matchup. This was another Ink Circles. This was her January 2021. And she called this one 8 Circles, Roll Your Own. So she actually reached out to her patrons and said, hey, will the first 10, 8, 9, 10 of you give me 2 DMC colors? So these are actually the 2 that I shared. And the 2 that I shared were 135 and... no. I think 335 and 158. I can't remember. But anyway, that's mine. So I had to stitch it. I mean, it's named after me. That colorway is my colorway. I had to stitch it. I do actually think I might stitch one of the other ones. I love the ones that look like turquoise, kind of. So we'll see. I don't know. No plans on the horizon. This is on a piece of 16 count grab bag from Color and Cotton. And it's finished and I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love the little light pink. Trying to not get it to blow so much out, but I've got this light on because it's dim outside. So yeah, I love how that one turned out. And it was another finish from my March matchup. I did not end up doing anything March matchup this year because I just didn't. I just didn't have time. All right, so then I've got some starts. Hold on, I have another finish. Let's do another finish. I gotta get off the floor though. I don't think I've shown this one here. I'm not sure. So this is Cereal Bowl Collection from Plum Street Samplers, sampler lesson 4. And I stitched this on 25 count Ash Rose Lugana 1/1. So super tiny. It still has a needle in it. We don't need that to be there. Let's get that out. And it's so tiny. And I actually did some specialty stitches in a couple of places. So I did a satin stitch up here on this flower. I did some larger cross stitches down here in the grass in kind of the larger areas. But I stitched this with the Called For Classic Colorworks. I did not do the words. I love this. I cannot wait to put this out for fall. I actually am thinking I might put like chart gather right here to just kind of make it more symmetrical, but we'll see. It's a finish for now until I decide if I'm going to add words or not. So that one's done. And because I stitched it 1 over 1, I still have a ton of the flosses. So I may put that one up on D-Stash, the flosses and the chart. No specific date as to when that will come up on D-Stash. All right, so next up, I worked on this chart during the month of February because it was my whip go call, and I think it was 7 days. So I did 7 solid days of stitching on this. It's from Caterpillar Cross Stitch, the Lucky Nutcracker. It was a Sal back in the fall. I'm behind, as usual. But that's okay. I love to continue to share these and work on them because you can now go purchase the full kit with the full color chart in it. The way you do it when it's a Sal is it comes digitally in pieces. So I know some people do not like the whole digital thing. I personally love it because then it's so easy to add it to my iPad to stitch from. However, if you like a full color amazing chart, now's the time to go buy it because you get the full color chart with all the amazing supplies. So I put a ton of time into this, and I am now done with part 1 and part 2. And part 2 was big because it had the Nutcracker, and I had to give him, this is coming off blue, but it actually is a white Ada. It's a 16 count white Ada, but look at how handsome he is. And I will be stitching this again, probably in other colors, for my brother for one of his Nutcracker ornaments one year. And I'll probably stitch it on an 18 count, so it's a little bit smaller. But I loved working on that. I'm happy to have accomplished that whip go goal, and it'll come back out probably before, or for sure before the end of the year because I have its start date that is in the fall. All right, so then let's see what else we got. This project was a start. I am doing my own start go. So I have a whip go board and a start go board. And this month I have 2 starts. Every month I have 2 starts, and this was one of them. So this is, I'm calling it Rainbow Merry Christmas. Pardon me. It's from Doreen Jones. It's a freebie on her Facebook cross stitch page, her cross stitch Facebook page, and it's in her 2020 album. So this was one of the last ones released in 2020. And she releases, I think, a free chart every Friday. And so many of the ones that I'm stitching for like my ornaments and stuff are hers because I love the bright colors. They're typically pretty easy. The cute deer was a little bit more challenging just because of the back stitch. It also had French knots, which I neglected to do, and I'm okay with that. And but I love this one. And I chose to stitch this on a little bit of an outside the box fabric. I picked this one. It is from Fabric Flair. It's an 18 count. And it's in Parisian Blue Stripe, I believe is what it's called. Did I write it down? I think that's what it's called. Just something for a little bit different. I had this piece that I was going to use for a chart. I had ordered it. It's 18 count Parisian Blue Stripes. Yes, I was right. Okay. Back to what I was saying. I had ordered this as a possibility for something I wanted to stitch, and I hadn't used it really for anything. I might have it pulled for something else, but I just needed a small piece. And so I thought it might be kind of cute to have it on the blue and white background, and I love it so far. So I think I've stitched almost all of the bright blue, and now I'm starting to kind of work on the green that'll come into the different borders. I'm not done with all the bright blue because I think there's some down here in another border. So yeah, super fun. I am carrying because as I've said before, I'm busy. I carry and not long distances, but that's my back and it's pretty bad. So I'm working on that. My goal would be to finish it, but like I didn't get both of mine finished last month because one of them that I started was a bit bigger than a like small. And that's actually this one. But I did work on it a tiny bit after my last video, so I will go ahead and show it to you. It's by Heartstring Samplery. It is Love and Joy. This is available on her website. I'm stitching it on an 18 count color and cotton grab bag with a Victorian motto floss in Candy Pink, which is a really pretty variegated. And I love it. So I've got a lot of half stitched border. As you can see, I've half stitched a ton of borders. So this is going to be actually a great one. I'm thinking I'll take it on the plane to cross some X's for airport sitting and plane sitting and things like that. So this will be a good one to do some fill-in. I'm trying to decide what kinds of things I want to take. I would love to take a bunch of projects where I don't have to necessarily have my iPad out and counting and all of that. So we'll see. I may get some pre-stitching done in the next week or so. But yeah, I worked on that one a little bit more. Okay, so this was a start, I think, since last video. I think everything else was something new. So let's look at this one next. This was my other start go for this month. And that is Lizzie Kate. This is one of her double flips, and it's Faith and Cheer, and I'm doing Faith. I've changed out some of the colors to be more in line with what kind of I like. And the fabric is 18 count Artemis from Be Stitch Me. And it's crooked because it's in the frame crooked. In my Q-snap, excuse me. I just started this like day before yesterday. So I'm very happy I have the outer border and this one little patch done in that color. And that color is, I guess I'll share with you my colors. I'm actually using these on this project and another project, which is Christmas Bird. I'm changing up the colors on that one. So my border is in Forbidden Fiber Unrequited. Let me find my conversion page to make sure I tell you. I'm going to be using this beautiful Victorian motto Autumn Green. I have, Ribbon Red from Classic Colorworks. I have Color and Cotton Emerald City, which is a really pretty teal and light green combo. I've got Classic Colorworks Ripe Melon for some fun pops of color. And then I've got 3865 for the white details, and that's all that I've got for this one. So this is kind of my palette. It's more like a, I don't know, I think it's just a little pop brighter. Yeah, so excited about working some more on that before I take it off the Q-snap. And like I said, that's in this bag with another project that is also on my Start Go board, and that is purely because they're sharing floss. So it just made sense for them to be on the same bag, in the same bag. All right, so then I had some starts. My other whip go for this month was Stitcher's Choice. And so I decided, because there were so many amazing charts that I had from Stitchy Princess and some other Ukraine charts in support of, or in, you know, pieces that I feel like when I'm thinking about what's going on over there, I can stitch and pray for peace, pray for harmony. I know that sounds so trite, but it's what I feel like I can do sitting here in my living room in Texas. And so I actually have 3 projects going, and my goal I think is 14 days on this. So I'm just kind of pulling out what's calling to me, and they're all 2 of them are Stitchy Princess, which you can find on Etsy. And then one of them I'll have to tell you when I pull out the information. So the first one that I started since the last time we spoke is again by Stitchy Princess, and it is her Alice in Wonderland. I love it. It's so good. I mean, I've been wanting to do an Alice in Wonderland chart, but I didn't want a gigantic one. And so this is just perfect. It's perfect. It's just a little cute. It fits in an 8x8 Q-snap on this 18 count. This is 18 count something or another. I'm looking for a tag, which I'm not finding. I think it's just a grab bag from Color and Cotton would be my guess. And I pulled colors from my stash that are close. It has a double border that I've done. This is the Cheshire Cheshire Cat's mouth, part of his mouth. This is going to be the Queen of Hearts in her dress. And her little fascinator hat. It's just so cool. So actually this is making me want to stitch on it tonight. We shall see which one of these, because I love them all. This one is from One Point Mind, and you can find her, I'm not sure, on @1.mind, and this is her unicorn solidarity chart. Not unicorn, oh my goodness, pardon me. Ukraine solidarity chart. I love this. I love it. Come to find out, my husband has Ukrainian heritage, and so yeah, it even more makes me more want to find ways to support. So this is 14 count. It was a limited edition piece that I purchased from the ready to ship section on Color and Cotton. It's kind of a creamy, milky white. And I just pulled colors from my stash. So I think these are the ones I'm using for this. Let me see if I'm right. Make sure I'm telling you correctly. Maybe. Okay, let's see. I didn't write down any of my conversions, so I guess I'm just gonna fly by the seat of my pants. Okay, so for any of the black color, I am using Forbidden Fiber Co.'s Caviar, excuse me. For the red, I am using Forbidden Fiber's Lip Stain. For the yellow, I am using Sunflower. I thought that was like perfect because that is their national flower. Color and Cotton Sunflower. And then we've got Forbidden Fiber Co.'s Jade and Color and Cotton Egyptian, which is a beautiful blue. So those are the colors I'm using. I am working kind of just on the outline in the dark color. I am only doing 2 strands on the 14, which is kind of a little sparse, but I think it's going to be to my benefit when it comes to filling in with the color. I'm afraid that if my black was too thick with one more strand, it would pull that black through with every color that I did. So far I love it. It's going to look a little more like a tapestry maybe, and I think that's a cool look to it. But this is the width of the piece. So it will end up fitting in a 6x6 Q-snap on the 14 count. So that's another one I want to spend some more time on. And this one's actually in a project bag. This is a spoiler. One of my amazing Stitchy friends, Steph of Cade's Crafts, sent our little Stitchy friend group, there's 5 of us, a goodie box with bags she had made. And this one was the one that she said reminded her of me because of the mandala kind of look, because of how much I love ink circles and bright colors. And so I looked at this and went, that needs to hold this piece. So it does. And the next piece is actually in the bag. That is Batiks, which if you are at all familiar, this is very much Michelle Bendy Stitchy. That's her vibe. So the next piece that I have been working on during my Ukrainian stitching time is the Floral Fairy, also from Stitchy Princess. And I decided to kind of change her up a little bit and use colors more to emulate the colors in the Ukrainian flag, the colors in, in sunflowers and things of that nature. So this is what I have so far. This is on 14 count pale gray gingham from Fabric Flair. And I am making her with blue hair and sunflowers. But then she'll have some green detailing for the stems of like the sunflowers and things like that. So the colors I'm using are, the blue I'm using is actually Blue Bonnet from Victorian Motto. The yellow is Sunflower from Color and Cotton. This one was a little bit of a more golden, and so I chose this one for this project and the other one for the other project. The 310 was used for the back stitching on her face. I pulled a red from another project that was sitting. My green is Crocodile by Victoria Motto. For some brown detailing I'm going to do, which is the center of the sunflowers, I'm using Caramel Brownie from Color and Cotton. And then for her skin, I used 951, DMC 951. And for, I think I'm going to do some light blue accents in the butterflies and some of the detailing. And that is going to be in Color and Cotton's Carolina Blue. So feel free. Somebody reached out to me when I shared this on Instagram and said, can I copy it? And I said, go for it. Like the more exposure on this piece and the more unique ways that it's stitched, the better. So go for it. Make it however you want to make it. So have I showed all those? I've showed all those. That's everything that's everything I stitched. So plan-wise, I need to finish up time on my 2 different Whip Go goals, which are 7 or 8 more days on high and dry, more time on my Ukrainian pieces, and then my start goes. I have both of those to finish. And my hope would be to finish them both this month. We'll see. Those could potentially be ones that I end up taking to stitch, that I do some pre-stitching. I half cross lots of things, even with hand-dyed or over-dyed flosses, and that is just what I do. So let's talk about some happy mail I received. So I talked a little bit about the happy mail that I received in the form of those 2 project bags, but that was not all. Because my friend Steph is so incredibly genius. She not only gave, you know, she did a bag that was to represent me. She did one that was to represent Michelle, and then one to represent Erin, one to represent herself, and one to represent Pam. And so this one is to represent Erin. And so Erin Two Martini's sister, she loves Friends. I love Friends. And so I absolutely adore this with the Friends names and then the central perk. And then Steph's bag for herself, she said she just couldn't resist the cute little wintry animals, and it just made her happy, and I love it. I had already a small thief try to steal it from me. And then Pam has these beautiful winter birds with the red berries. So I just think this is so special. It's so thoughtful, and the care and concern was just like the thought that went into this is incredible. So Steph, thank you. I know I've already thanked you, like in our text and all of that, but good grief, girl, you're awesome. We got some popping corn, some cute little baker's twine. We got extra of the fabric in the event that there was any left, so that will become a finish. That could actually go on the back of my little Annie ornament. She had a cute little tag written out with fun handwriting. And then there was this cute little hot cocoa tin that she had found. And it has magnets, so you could use it to put Needleminders or scissors or pens or whatever you need to put in there. It had a super cute letter that explained everything. And it was just so nice, like, to get that. And then we all were like, well, are we going to wait to open it all together? Are we going to open it separately? And then somebody said I couldn't wait. I already opened it. And I was like, well, good, because I wasn't saying that I already opened it too. And so some of us didn't have as much chill as others, and it happened to come on the weekend that Steph was doing 4 races at Disney World. Good for her. I actually really want to do the Disney Princess run next year because, one, I haven't run since I had all my ankle issues, and I think I could handle it. Plus, it's the 10th anniversary, and how fun would that be? So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so then I had another Stitchy friend reach out to me. Her Instagram handle is peek, P-E-E-K _ your interest. And she makes floss tags and Needleminders. And so she asked if I would be interested in having some sent to me just to see, and if I liked them, if I would be okay sharing them. And I said, sure, they look awesome. They are awesome, guys. So she has all different kinds too. She puts them on 400 GSM paper. So that is incredibly thick paper, which is awesome. So she asked me if there was any I liked. And so I said I really like the little red Mickeys because I have several Disney sort of projects I want to do this year in commemoration of our big trip to Disney. So this is the 400 look how cute her little panda is. 400 GSM, and she's calling this Mouse Red. And you can see right there, there's her Facebook, her Instagram. You can email her. And then she's on Etsy at also pique your interest. Super reasonable prices. She is in the UK, but they ship super quickly. And then this one is 400 GSM butterflies. And I think these are such pretty spring colors. So I'll have to find a fun project. I love that she has a Mickey punch on it. I love it. And then she sent me some cute Needleminders. So I had seen this one and I said, oh, I like that one. And it comes with the blue hedgehog on the back. So it's like you get two different vibes, which is cool. And then she sent me this one, this really cool like vinyl Mickey. And then it has the panda. So again, two different vibes. So I love it. Thank you so much, dear Stitchy friend, for reaching out, for asking if you could send something to me. I love it. I'm happy to share because I really do like it. I think your floss tags on the ring are fantastic. Fantastic. So let's talk about some joy-filled stash, shall we? We shall. So let's see what we got here. There's even some market stuff in here. It's joy-filled stash time. It's joy-filled stash time. And this is the fabric edition. Last time I was on here, I had shared that I really like stitching on that Monaco for the Cozy Gingerbread Snow Globe. Well, I went and I found Oksana, who dyes 28 count Monaco. She sells these in stash unloading cross stitch only, but she also sells them through eBay. So I got these two pretty ones. This is kind of a purpley gray, and then I love this like really cool coppery color. So this is a 28 count hand dyed Monaco. Love it. And then Missy over at Mystic Fabrics was doing some grab bags and stuff, but she also had some of her Fabric of the Month leftovers, and I loved this color. This is called Spending Amnesia, and so I got a fat quarter in 18 count Zweigert. She does a Charles Craft and Zweigert. Look at how pretty that is. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's a really pretty like greenish blue, but it's got a gray undertone. So super awesome. And then I did get two grab bags. They're both 18 count. Wrong. They're both 16 count Zweigert Ada. So I got a 4-piece in her brights. So there's this pretty orchidy color, a yellow, a pale blue, and a purple. So I loved those. And then I got our neutrals. So we've got a really pretty parchment kind of color, a brown, hand-dyed brown. There's some more of like kind of that Spending Amnesia color, and then a pretty blue-gray. So super pumped about those. To keep on that train of fabric, I got my Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month. I get 18 count Ada in the Brights version, and it is bright. This one is called Mango Tango. I'm trying to see if I can get it to like, that's pretty true to color right there. It's pretty awesome. It's going to blow it out, but it's a really pretty, I don't know what I'm going to put on it, but it's super fun. I love it. And then I got my flosses. So I get 5 of the Brights variegated. So pretty. And 5 of the neutrals. Love them. So yay. I'm super jazzed about whatever this is. Let's see. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's cute. It is called Carnival Special Edition. Then we've got Special Edition Lemon Lime, Jade, Jasmine, and Imperial Red. So this one, Lemon Lime, and this one, Carnival, are both a special edition, which means she'll usually put extras on the special edition floss part of her website. And then once they're gone, they're gone. So that's kind of cool. And then we've got Tea Room, Old Brick, Portobello, and then special edition Salinas. And special edition, no, just not special edition. The only one that's special edition is Salinas, and then we've got Storm Clouds. So this one is the special edition, which is really pretty. And Storm Clouds is gorgeous. These are all really pretty. I like this one too. I like them all. I like them all. All right, so I did very well, if I do say so myself, in terms of what I ordered from Market. I placed a pre-order with Abby, Top Knot Stitcher Shop. And I think And then I think I bought some hemp lotion from Misty. Oh, I also got the Forbidden Fiber flosses. Those have not come yet. I got those through Misty. They're her Avengers themed flosses. And so my Abby Top Knot Stitcher Shop order came in. And so I want to show you what I got. I did not get much. At least I don't feel like I got that much. So one that I knew was on my list was Bendy Stitchy Designs Lucky Cat. I'm going to stitch this for my sister-in-law. So yeah, super love that. That's her chart number 84. 84! Michelle, that's incredible. 84 designs. This one was a must-have for me. That's Modernist, the Wizard of Oz tree. I had to have it. Like, it was not even, I was like, I need it right by gosh now. Do I need to fly to Nashville to, like, buy mine myself? I know I can't do that, but did I need to? So I love that. That will be a start soon. Ooh, this could be really good on this. What do we think? That could be really good on that. It could also be really good on some monocle. Maybe not that. Never mind on that second choice. Okay, so we got Lucky Cat. We got the Wizard of Oz tree. I snapped up the first two in the Mousecapades series from Luminous Fiber Arts. I saw these and I knew I had to have them. So this is Mice on Ice. And then the second one is on the Housetop. So I will be getting all of these. I don't think I'm stitching them all as one. You can outline them and do them all as one big large piece, or you can do them separately, which is how I think I'm going to do them. And then my last one that I got was from Kathy Barrick, and I could not resist these peacocks and party hats. A party of peacocks. Fancy turkeys. The little baby peacocks with their like firecracker feathers are so cute. Like, I love it. So yeah, this was a must-have for me. And it's actually charted in needlepoint silk, and I'm thinking like, that might be kind of fun. We'll see. We'll see about that. So yeah, that's all that she wrote in terms of stash. I am trying to hold myself back. To be perfectly honest, I'm in need of going through my stuff again, because at the rate that I have things going, no lie, it's going to take me the rest of my life to just stitch what I have. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. And here I am saying, like, I need to de-stash, and I just added more stuff. I think it's because I finally have found exactly what I like to stitch and exactly what counts I like to stitch on. And I need to stop trying to be like everybody else. Like, I don't need to stitch on linen. That's okay. I enjoy stitching on Aida and Aida only. I'm giving myself a pep talk right now. Okay, so anyway, what's been going on in my life? Well, first of all, if you're not interested in any kind of life update, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the next one. My hope is that I will film another video before we go to Disney. And then I don't know if we will, I know I won't film one that Friday we're at Disney. So it'll probably be the following one. Okay, so anyway, because that'll be Good Friday, I think. What's been going on in the last 3 weeks? Well, we had 2 weeks of school before spring break. This has been spring break week, so I go back to work on Monday after a nice long week of spring break, which included 2 dentist appointments for me, one for Joyfilled Little One, an endocrinologist appointment for me, taking my dad to the airport, and working on some reorganizing projects all over the house. So it has not exactly been restful. And you may say, well, why did you need 2 dentist appointments? Well, I went on Monday to have my teeth cleaned and have a full set of x-rays and images and all of that, because it had been 4 years since they'd done all of that stuff. The last time I went to the dentist was fall of 2019, which I know is terrible. But, like, I just didn't want to go during the big C word. So anyway, upon doing that, my dentist, who I love and is fantastic, said, you know, we've got a couple of your old fillings that could really do with some replacement. And it also looks like one of your teeth on this side has kind of chipped off at the back. And so I really want to go in and fix those. So I ended up having the cleaning and stuff like that done on Monday. And then on Wednesday, I went in and I had my endocrinologist appointment at 8:15. And then I had, and I went at 9:30 and they deadened my entire top part of my mouth. This side was deadened up to my eyelid. Like this whole part. Oh, so terrible. Like it felt like I had slow blink on this side. I know it wasn't, but it felt so weird. And, so yeah, I'm doing okay from that. Like I have zero tooth pain. Honestly, it's just like this part of my face, like the insides of my cheeks and all in here just hurt from having the numbing stuff put in, the deadening stuff. Let's see what else. Went back to the ear piercers to get a shortened post on this one, and I got a third hole. I can't be stopped. I need to stop. I'm running out of ear space. So I did that. My allergies have been terrible since the end of last week. I was planning to film earlier in the week, but I sounded like I was ill. I wasn't. It was just like the weather has not been able to decide if it's going to be spring or it's still going to be winter, or it's going to be spring or it's still going to be winter. It can't decide. And like today and last night, we've had 40-mile-per-hour winds, and it's blowing all this dust from the west from construction, and there's wildfires south. It's just, it's a lot. And to be perfectly honest, I've been stitching, but what I've been stitching has been bits and pieces. I've really been losing myself in the books that I've been reading. I have loved reading on my Kindle as of recent, and I had a fairly old version, so I treated myself to the newer one, and love it so far. Super impressed with the purchase. It's top notch. I got the new 11th generation. I did not get the signature edition or anything like that, but it's got a slightly bigger screen and it has a better pixel quality, and it's faster, like in terms of turning the page and stuff from my old one, which is not saying much. But yeah, I am excited to be back at school because we're kind of in that last quarter. We have about 9.5 weeks of school left. Between now and the end of the year is always our fullest part of our calendar. We have, spring pictures, we have open house, we have, Easter holidays, we have our end of the year achievement testing. We don't do any kind of crazy achievement testing. Like there's no prep for it at all. It's just like, how did everybody do? And, all sorts of other stuff. A field trip for Joyfield Little One. The 6th grade will be gone on a 3-day field trip. So like there's just a lot going on. My calendar is full. Art class is winding down. So I have 2 more classes this next week. And then I have 1 more the week after we get back from Disney. And that is because I missed 2 of those classes because of ice. So I'm making up 1 so that they get the same amount. So yeah, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting quarter of school, an interesting quarter in my life. I'm really trying to focus in on my health and my well-being and my mental health. I had felt so driven to need to stitch because I needed to film. And I feel so grateful for those of you who genuinely reached out and said, we'll be here whenever you film. It's finding the balance in my life. And right now the puppy is destroying like anything that's left out. And so that is a full-time job. And I already have several. Not that being a mom is a full-time job, but I am here by myself with the little one 6 out of 7 nights a week. So anyway, that's not a pity party. That's just kind of where I am. And that's been my life for 10 years. We've never known it to be any different. And Mr. Joyfield was going to end up on days. He did 1 week on days and then they put him back on second shift. So that kind of stunk. That was pretty bad. But anyway, I mean, we're really looking forward to Disney. Joyfield Little One's like super pumped about it. We kind of went and looked at all the maps to see, and we've got some very full days. I'm getting myself some compression socks so I don't get the Disney rash, which is apparently something that happens when you overexert yourself in the heat of Florida. I don't know. But it's apparently enough that, like, when I searched what kind of socks to wear at Disney, it came up with Disney rash, compression socks. And I was like, well, I have some compressions, but they're not tall compression. Anyway, nobody needs to know that. But anyway, I think that's, I'm going to say anyway 100 more times. And y'all are going to be like, bye, girl. So, with that being said, I hope that you have a great couple of weeks until we see each other again. Hopefully, I'll be back this next week. Check out some of my other little short clippy videos that are coming up. If you're at all interested in the BenQ Reading Lamp, or you're at all interested in the Mollie Ollie Tote, I go into a little bit of detail of how I'm using it, what can fit, and all those kinds of things. And the lamp is amazing. Amazing. I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's incredible. So with that being said, I'm like now to the point where I have zero light hardly outside. I mean, I have light, but it's under our porch. And the poor dog is whining, which means it's time for me to say, so long, stitch well. I'll see you soon, my friends. Goodbye. Goodbye, and I'll see you next time.